Richard Grannon is an incredible, has incredible insights on what's going on in my life, and what Anita has been doing, what's going on with Anita, how she became how she is. Narcissism is a denial of reality as to cope with atrociousness of what it is, right? It's a defense mechanism. And then her using mom's bank account to have that team that her dad arranged with Tony Bongiovanni, Mike Valadi, these higher level narcissistic abuse methods, collaborating, manipulating people in my life to scapegoat me and to say bad things to me. You're horrible, you're sick, you pervert, you violent, you crazy, you be on medication daily for 5 years in order to break me down, sabotage my life, my career, my relationship, using that tendency that's in my mom, that's been there all her life, that Anita knows about because she saw her own mom being tortured while she's on cancer, getting chemo, losing her hair, being tortured by my mom, being told neighbors are stealing my internet, doing wellness check. And so Anita using the same methods against my mom and me, put us away and take mom's life savings. Anita, you know what you're doing, right? And I post publicly all of your responses are works of art, narcissistic works of art. And so what I'm learning from Richard Grannon, the false self, so the tension in me, I know it exists in you, between the authentic self and the false self. What we become in order to, one is to be accepted. So all these calls, the 12-step program, the calls, the churches, where you change yourself, sacrificing who you are in order to be accepted. That's what society is. Society makes people who are different change themselves in order to be accepted. Being different is not a sin, Anita. It's not a sickness, it's not mental illness, and often it's diagnosed as such because the truth that is spoken is socially unacceptable. And so many, I've had my own professor, I saw Professor Siskin, who was the tangential thinking. It's very important. Neda's husband, Paul, had that. It was in his, rate my professor. He was a university professor, very high level. Geniuses who speak from the heart have tangential thinking. The society uses that to diagnose them as mentally ill, as one of the symptoms. And then Professor Siski was homeless at that McDonald's. I found him on the floor, real homeless. A professor who's genius ending up homeless. What does that tell you? He wasn't able to conform to societal expectations because geniuses speak ideas that are taboo, that society are heretical, considered heretical. Truths that society that has developed a false, there are a lot of false beliefs in society, and when those false beliefs are challenged, those who challenge them are called mentally ill. Galileo was tortured because he believed Earth is not the center of the solar system, the sun is. So many who diagnosed mentally ill only need an adjustment to be able to live within the confines of the societal morals, expectations. And that's my function, to represent all who've been excluded from society, ostracized, because they can't fit in, because they're misunderstood. They don't know how to. I'm Zik Madavosian.